here. Got a special guest in the house. Goes by the name of Chronik. How you doing today, bro?
Damn, man.
Been a long time coming. So, as we do with all of our podcasts, we always start from the very beginning. Let us know where you're from. Where did you grow up?
Born in North London, raised in East London, travelled the world.
Whereabouts in North was you born?
North Middlesex Hospital. First address that I went to from that hospital was a North London address, Tower Gardens.
What area was that in?
Tottenham.
Tottenham, okay.
Yeah.
And then you moved to East London?
Moved to East London, Thatched house, it's like Leytonstone. Leytonstone, beginning of Stratford.
That's where your upbringing was. What's your family background?
Mum's from Dominica, dad's from Guyana.
Okay. Growing up in a household, was it a two-parent household, one-parent household? How was it?
It was a two-parent household, but like, not my dad though.
Okay.
Yeah, the things didn't really work out with my dad, but with my sister's dad, it was about still.
And what about with your dad? Was you guys still close? Was you guys a good relationship?
With my dad?
Yeah.
No. No, I didn't really have any relationship with him still.
And how do you think that affected you in regards to your kind of behaviours? Or was your sister's dad or your mum's partner still someone that's very strong in terms of trying to discipline you?
No, my mum was strong. She was on job. Yeah, my mum was on job. More my uncles were on job.
Yeah. There
was someone she could call.
And in regards to your stepdad, it wasn't really something that where you kind of got along?
No, I was too mad for a stepdad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even call man like a stepdad.
Yeah.
That's what I say. It's like my sister's dad, isn't it?
Okay. So, how was you kind of in school in terms of behaviour?
Just a little bit naughtier than most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still good in lessons. I was still good in lessons. Just like, it's a bit like, I wouldn't say easily led, but I was with the crowd. Wherever the crowd was, I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I weren't led by the crowd, I was leading the crowd.
What about kind of academically? How was you? Was you in a top set, middle, struggled a bit, needed extra help?
Just maths, I was a bit low in maths. Everything else, I was like middle and top.
Okay. And what was it kind of growing up in Leytonstone at a young age? What did you kind of see? Did you always kind of think it was a bad area? Or did you not see? Or was you kind of living in a fairy tale?
There was a time of innocence. There, like when run-outs was just run-outs. Yeah. And whatever, we had, like, I had a strict parent, as in to like, you're not allowed from past that wall or that wall. Then like you could play outside, but basically outside your front door, where I can see you, or you can hear me if I call you from the same settee. Yeah. So there was, and that was a good time as well when things wasn't dark, like, you know. But yeah, and as it happens, that things gradually get dark.
Yeah. What kind of music was there in the household? You know, you said your parents are...
Reggae music, reggae, bashment, because it's different to, like, you know, like calypso. My parents were like, they still had a lot of culture still in them, innit? Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, we found hip hop and that, like, my mum's not really into some little bits and bobs here, but she's Caribbean, like, you know. So yeah, just vibes, good vibes. My house was thumping music, loud music, even up to today. Loud music's always beating. Someone's always expressing their emotion via music in some way, you know. So yeah, man, we got Mondays.
So at which age did life change for you in terms of behaviour and now kind of being affiliated with the locals around the area?
I would say, like, about like 6, 7. Like, cause when we came to East London, we came there dark. It was already bait. Like I grew up in social services. Not I grew up, I had a little time there in social services. Like I had a violent stepdad, not to me, like him and my mum would have, whatever they have. It's led to us spending a little time there. Grew up in a little woman's refuge with my mum. Like was with her on a journey, innit? So when we came to East London, we was already different from all like everyone else that was. Like it was tense for us, innit? So. But we were always smiling with it though. Like we did, you know what I mean? It was just naturally mad. Looking back, yeah, I can say that, yeah, we was different to the other kids, but we didn't feel different. We still had like our bread, we were still cool with everyone there. It's just that when we would go mad, we would just go mad, like, you know.
How old difference is you and your sister? How many years?
I got an older brother that's 1 year older than me. Everyone else is younger, and I got 4 sisters that are younger than me.
The 6 of you guys were together?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that kind of, you seeing kind of the violence happening at home, is it something you kind of understood from a young age that this is not right kind of thing? Or was you kind of just like, oh, mum and dad are having an argument or something like that?
No, well, you'd think anything that's going on with your mum's not right, but man didn't think that violence was not right. Yeah. But just like, yeah, any violence to my mum, innit, like, is mad. Yeah. But that was black people's way of dealing with things, innit? So when it's any other situations, I'm cheering for it. Like, yeah, bust his head, like, whatever, innit? Like, that's just our way of doing things. But it's not just, to say black people's even mental, because that's humans' way of doing things. That's men's way of doing things. Like, so, like, a bit of violence is needed here and there, as long as it's not excessive and you're not exceeding the boundaries of what that argument is. Like, if you're having like a punch up for a bit of road rage, you shouldn't be jumping all over the guy's head and neck and trying to like kill there's a thing called like a fair fight, innit? Like, you know? And you respect the rules of a fair fight. If we are having a life and death, then remember that when you're dying, innit?
So, in regards to your kind of musical influences, then, what was I know you said there was a sort of reggae in the household. What did you go to discover on the outside?
We found jungle, like, yeah, that was what was outside of our. But it was the original jungle had reggae in it. That had bashment in it, and that. So that was jungle. Then obviously now you're finding girl, them things there's got to garage. It's got time and envy, and somehow we're in Romford now. Maniacs in Romford is crazy. But what we're doing, that it's always gonna go one way. It's gone that way. We're nicked. Job done. Like, you know what I mean. But things always circle back round. Bashment's back now. Trini badness, whatever. But that's how it was in the beginning, you know. But then obviously after garage, grime. That's man's done a period of time in grime.
How did the name Chronik come about?
My old so obviously my dad, he had children with other people. Well, saying that, it's like him and mum was he done his thing and he's got bare kids. But out of the bare kids, some to tell the honest truth, even though we didn't have a relationship or something, my older brother, like the question is like, how is my name Chronik? I've got an older brother outside of my mum's household, whose name was Chronix, C at the end, and with an S. So he was Chronix. I was doing whatever I was doing, but he went jail for a little while, got himself a 16-year rec. So I picked up that, obviously. So now I'd been introduced to them and there. So that was like, I've got G-Man, Craig, and Carl, Colette. So there was a couple other brothers and sisters, but yeah, his name was, we clicked. He was older, but he was on stuff, innit? Like, whatever. So G-Man was younger than me. Like, he was on stuff, but like, it was a balance. I was the bastard in the middle, where I felt that, like, you know what I mean? But that's who I was, innit? So obviously now they're meeting me, and we've got a maniac brother. So obviously the older brothers took to man. Obviously I probably needed a bit of guidance then. He's showed man about moves. Like far to some reckless fighting, whatever, stabbings, this one and that one. But he showed me, and I forget all that, moves. So anyway, so boom. Ended up linking up with them. He's gone jail. So then now that I'm rolling with him and his friends, they're some older guys from a different area, like Blue Max and all Bonesy and all these guys from Stratford or wherever. So that he's hanging around with all these guys now. So when he's gone jail, like, and I was still moving nuts, people say, like, you know what, you remind me of your older brother, you're moving that, No, so then man will start seeing me, and because they don't know me, they've grown up with him, they just know me from when I get the call, I'm pulling up and doing madness, innit? So, yeah, so then they started calling me Chronics, and then I thought, you know, I'll run with it, innit? I said, by the time you get out, we're still gonna be there bubbling, you know? So, yeah, that's where it came from, it stuck.
Is he out now?
He's out now. He's out now.
I mean, even hearing that when you first heard, oh, your brother's got life, 16 years, how did that feel for you at the time?
I was there. Look, when he got it, I didn't hear it. I was there. I saw it. It was, it was dark. It was dark, especially the circumstances, and then that he was one of the first people, if not the first, to get IPP. Okay. Not IPP. Joint enterprise. Okay. That charge didn't exist before they took case. So the solicitor, no one could even defend it because they just made it up. Yeah. And then like even the illegalities of it then. So how comes everyone on joint enterprise for everything then? Because everything is joint enterprise then. Like, you know what I mean? The chocolates that you're buying, the tax goes to madness, innit? So why isn't that joint enterprise? How many people does it take to fly a bomb? That's like bare people, innit? That's joint enterprise, innit? But whatever. So obviously, man was vexed, innit? Because that's big bro, innit? I couldn't believe it. Because we're thinking we know the law these times, innit? So lawfully, that man was supposed to walk or whatever. But obviously, like, there's always a lesson you for learn, innit? Because everyone's a shepherd to someone, innit? So that was like a shocking thing for me. Even like to my kids and that, like when I'm telling them, they know, like, we explain stuff to them, innit? Like, so they know that's the end goal of being in a fight. Like, being in a fight, going to a nightclub, yeah, it can go this way as well. Like, I mean, you ain't always got to be a troublemaker or as long as you've got a bit of heart and you're backing it, or you'll go mad, like, whatever, boom, tomorrow's not promised to you, so. Yeah, but big up Big Bro still, he's outside.
When did you first start making music?
When we say making music, like recording music or chatting? I think about recording. What the one I can proper remember, I think I must have been about 20. Yeah. Was making music from before that, but like now, look, we're just chatting lyrics on the mic innit, and going to nightclubs or wine bars or whatnot, and just chatting lyrics and that. But when it comes to record, no, I think we was recording a bit earlier than that still, but around them times they're like 17, 18, 19.
And how did kind of Slew Them crew come about? Who came up with the name? What area was they affiliated with? For the people that don't know.
So originally, like, we were like, when we didn't have a name, we were just like Thatched House, man, Thatched man. Like, because Thatched House was an estate, it was a pub on the corner of Cranford Road, but the estate behind it and all the estates, it just got the name Thatched House, like, so Stone House. Big up Blanca, big up Shavers, big up Tyro. Those were the man them that was there before, man, innit? So they're one of the thing where, like, that's Capes' older brother. There was a couple olders there, innit? And that things was going on as well. They weren't just olders on the block, like, they were doing stuff. So, but then we were like the Rugrats. So now I've basically got introduced to, like, my second cousin, Roberto, and that, big up Roberto, and that, they went to Holy Family. So my mum's second cousin, their family, like that was our age, happened to just live a road away from us. So we never even knew each other. So when I've met him, now I've met all basically who Thatched House was, innit? Capes, Spray, Smurfy, Simon Walker.
Not same spray, different spray.
Spray, the same
This spray,
spray.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
same spray. I met him from school. But food, he went to Holy Family as well.
Okay.
So he just landed in the country, moving mental. But not just landing in the country, but like he was from Dominica, and our people was from Dominica as well. So, but not many people, we didn't know many people outside of our family that was Dominican anyway. So we've linked up. And my cousin Berto and that, they're Dominican and all that. So it was like a big link up, and his friends, and they all went Holy Family. But I was from Cranford Road. One side of it is Waltham Forest, one side of it is Newham. So I lived on the Newham side. The Thatched house is on the Waltham Forest side. So for us, being allowed out past these two walls. So my man busted it all, and there's a couple of and I can say I'm going to my cousin's house, and my mum knows it, but I'm actually allowed to go there. She don't know it's madness yet. We've turned it wasn't always madness. First, we've just we used to roller skate, Bauer turbos, cheese blocks. We're thinking we're doing stuff. Yeah. But obviously now linking up on that one, so he's gone from skating to smoking weed now. The girls are about now secretly. Remember, but for me, these lot have all gone to the same primary school, same secondary school. So yous are friends from there. I'm linking with them and them now. So I'm always got something on me like this. So they just think I'm mental, but they're not knowing I'm praying bare things before we're cool, innit? Like so. Then that to lead to influences now. Like obviously they all think a certain way. I'm showing them a different way of thinking, and they're like, "What do you mean?" Like I would like whatever, whatnot. So the gang started to be formed, innit? Like because it was innocent skating, Stratford Centre, it was bare smooth. We're just doing them ones, innit? But now because we're carrying and doing certain things now, robberies are getting involved. Because I was slightly older than certain man, so I feel like I can't believe there's bare man now, like enemies obviously man to clear up some of their issues because they've got their own goons in that's been leaning wherever they are, innit? So man had to like pattern them up with the mindset, innit? Like it's us versus the world. We don't care about bare things.
Who was you guys kind of beefing at that time? What areas was you guys weren't getting
everyone and anyone, like you know what it was, like I was always like a one-man soldier, innit? Like after I went to my first secondary school, I got kicked out of there. Every secondary school that I went to was in a different area. So that was always the same settings. Yous have all gone to the same primary school, same secondary school, you know each other's badness, you're on rushing. I'm here on my ones, but I'm from like a Showman family that, like, I can't go back smacked up. I can't, like, it is too mad. So even
either they're gonna have to come back and retaliate, or you have to do something yourself.
It's just too mad. Even if they do come back and mash up everyone, when I go back, there's mad jokes for me. I can't go through all that. I can't. That my family's harsh with it. Like they don't care. They're saying whatever they're saying and PNing on top of it as well. So like I couldn't really. So I always had to make sure the man them around me knew that we're not going back with bad up, you know what I mean? So, but we caught bare jokes. Obviously we're young, so there's we're all coming from like, I wouldn't say broken homes, but homes where smack ups happen. Yeah. So our way of dealing with stuff is smacking something in, innit? Like whether it be a rushing, whether it be one-on-ones, it's just definitely violent, innit? So that's where things started to go wrong, because obviously the older you get, the more the violence is cutting in, innit? Like you're doing stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So, man, I told little prison time.
Talk us through that. Like, what led for you to go to prison for the first time, and how many times have you been in prison?
The first time I went jail was mental. To tell the honest truth, the first time I ever went jail was just for a day. It's because I couldn't get bail. I was that one was they were all an idiot to him because they ended you up in jail. There's no jail sentence. What's rough. But the first time I was doing fraud. I was doing fraud. Well, I wasn't doing fraud. I was like hanging around with older people that were doing, but it was my dog though. It weren't like some joke man thing. It was my dog. So man he could make the squares, and these times, like, if something was less than a bag, they would just take the imprint of the card. and could get away with things still. So what we would do, he had the embosser, the machine, so I would just get like, go to a petrol station, some of them I knew, get the roll, he would get the numbers off, it would make our thing, and we would hit the roads. Remember, these times I'm like 15, 16. So like, having a car, I'm just happy with that payment.
Yeah.
Little, like I was like, because obviously, you know, you would get a rental car out, do your thing. So man would just like, he taught man how to drive, man would just drive bare places on what I'm seeing, stuff going down, you're with a one girl. You're not knowing that like, this is mind games really, but it's not, because it kept me out. What all the people my age was going through the higher, the pecking orders and stuff, I was out the way of all that. Everyone just knew I roll with big men. Like, they don't know about bare things, or just, and my guy's a hooligan as well. So anyway, but these times here now, man, just getting bare stuff, like first, PlayStations first. These times, phone cards were still out, credits, or so anything, we've got it, we're shotting it. Because obviously, like, he's doing these things. If we've got orders or something, you could just chuck it on. So you're making a little change here and there, but at the end of the day, when things ain't going in, man could still hold the car. Yeah. So now, in my world, in my age group, I'm the man. I've got like a 7-seater. Remember, like, when you're young, you just want like somewhere that's not someone's house, innit? You can sit in it, a couple of girls hot boxing out the whip. You can play music. I've even got like a full tank of petrol. I'm going mad. Like, so even like, no one can see me. My mum and dad can't see me. They know, like, it's mad. So I'm driving to school, but parking up, quaying the estate and that. But still getting snitched on. Aunties are seeing me and snitching, but I'm lying, holding licks, whatever. But big him up, Bug. He was my guy for a bit still. Then, but yeah, so it's got to a thing where like we've got a girl. So what would happen is, we'd find girls to, it's easier for them to get the things them and that. But when it comes to dropping them home, I would have to drop them home, innit? He was going about his business, whatever. So what, unknowingly to me, she's stolen a card, innit? Okay. So she's stolen a card off Donny. And because he was known to bump a lot of people, like, or they would be unhappy with pay. He would have his way of always, like, if he always owed you something, you have to come back to work another day. So what I take from it. So anyway, but that would lead to them stealing a card or something like that. So while I'm dropping her home, she asked me to stop at a shop, innit, or Tesco's or something. So I've stopped in the Tesco's. Unknowing to me, I'm just in it for the whip. I just want to get back and link my brethrens, innit. This is just my work for the day. So she's gone and tried the thing, it's come on top for her, innit? So but obviously now, when we're working, man will park in a way where man could just bust out or whatever. But if I'm just I've parked right outside, I'm just doing madness. She's done the snaking thing, I don't know if she's tried to escape to the, or whatever, but she's alerted them to me, innit? I've tried to get out of there, I've been caught, innit? So boom, when they've raided my house, I've got rolls and rolls of the receipts, whatever. So that was the first time I went jail. It was an edict, because somehow I've gone jail for a day or something stupid, like a couple of days or something. Got out of there. Didn't deter me because I was...
Was you scared when you first went in? Was you like a bit of sense of fear, like, damn, I'm going to jail here?
No, I weren't scared because I didn't realise I was going there till I was there. Like, I'd been nicked a couple of times, but like just let off, like, type of thing. Gone there, felt, now this is my first introduction to like South guys. Now I'd seen a couple before, like, but not this in-depth here, innit? But luckily for me, the baddest guy in the jail was from East, Nightmare, Jonathan Smith. The most press-ups, whatever, whatnot. So,
what area is he from?
Leighton, Beaumont. Yeah, so he was from there, but he was there. So they kinda were before that, like when I'm hearing about people going to jail, oh, you're from, it's just this crazy fighting. But I didn't have to do crazy fighting, but luckily I'll get people, when I was there, was asked, do you know Nightmare? Do you know, I was saying I knew him before I knew him. Yeah, you know what I mean? Of course I do, but you're kind of mad, that's my dog. Yeah, where is he? You know what I mean? Like, so boom, that was for come out of there. And it wasn't a deterrent because I felt like I got bumped, and I felt like where's that girl, like she's moving mad. But yeah, that was my first time I went jail. How much time have I been to jail? What, like, let's have it right. I've been convicted 4 times, but like, how much time have you been to jail? Like, a hell of remands or
I mean, you've been convicted 4 times ago with that. What's been like the most serious time, the longest time you've done?
The most longest time and the most serious time are 2 different times, innit?
Okay.
Like, yeah, because the longest time I got it was like a 4.5.
Okay.
That was my actual sentence, outside of extra days or anything like that. But I wouldn't say it was it was equally as serious, but it wasn't. That was just for ammunition.
Yeah.
My house was raided, some prohibited ammunition, whatever, whatnot, dum-dums or whatever, whatnot. They're chatting shit about that. But that's what actually got me the longest time.
Okay.
That's what actually got me, because by then I've got previous now.
Yeah.
But the worst was where someone was physically harmed, innit? Like, type of thing. So that, I would say that was the worst. But I didn't get the longest time for that though.
Okay. Did you go guilty or?
Yeah, I went guilty, but I had strong mitigating circumstances.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to. I had strong mitigating circumstances. Like I said, someone had been hurt, like, you know what I mean? So it was how you worded it, like, you know what I mean? So, but like, yeah, that wasn't the longest sentence. The longest sentence I'd done was for bullets. It was mad.
I mean, I see, I grew up in South, obviously, but I had family in Canning Town, so I used to go back and forth in Canning Town from a young age. But I was watching the documentary recently, I can't remember everything on it, but you and Marcus Narcy, there was a sort of a back and forth. Where does that stem from?
Why for a back and forth? No, obviously that we used to do music in the same genre of music, so there was like a bit of, I wouldn't even say rivalry from that. There was slightly a bit of rivalry from that. So if we took it like deeply, like we started saying, I was just a very outspoken person, innit? So I've gone to jail one time, and when I come out of jail, because like most of my brethren who I used to step with, they used to rap or nothing at all. So my grand brethren were a bit prickier, like in the eyes of the rap guys, because I used to roll with them, so I used to hear how they used to talk, and not me, but everyone else. And there was some truth to what they were saying, but I never used to judge people, innit? You might see me with someone, you're thinking, why are you with him? Don't worry about that. Like, so a couple of them, and I believed in their dream of what they could see, innit? Like, and just my nature and character was like, I don't like bullies, I bully the bullies. Because you're due to be bullying one of my friends. If you're a bully, because enough of my friends might be a little bit or whatever, innit? So one of the times anyway, because I knew, I was from Newham, innit? So most of my friends that were from Waltham Forest, they didn't know about bare people from Newham. If I didn't tell them, they wouldn't know. And like, fear is a thing, you can talk into people or talk out of them, innit? So like, it was a thing where, like I said, them man were older than me. So they already had their setup or were bullying whatever they were doing. Now, I won't say bullying it because it's not like a victim, because they never ever done anything to me. So just leaning in it, or just do the bad boy thing. But and I fully respected it as well, whatever leaning was going on. But just when it got to over here now it's kind of mental, innit? So musically, this is what everyone could see. There was stuff going on behind the scenes, but what everyone could see was, so basically there was a radio station, Deja Vu. We ended up being on the same radio station. But there was a time period where like we was cool. Like I said, he was like my older brother's brethren. When I met my older brother, they used to roll together and that. They even had beef. But whatever, that's their story to tell, whatever, whatnot. That's when we first started. But we was cool after that. But anyway, musically now, we had a different angle to bare people, innit? Like, we're bad people, innit? We're on, like, not everyone was on like firearms and this one. At most, they'll be on borers or something, and that was far and few in between, innit?
Yeah.
So when remember Trident, it started for our age group, innit? So when that came true, there was only like a set of certain people that was older than us that got that access via yardies or whatever, whatnot, or you had to have the British access. Maybe some old school white guys had some dotties for you or whatever, whatnot, but not, see how now everyone can just pattern up. Everyone couldn't just pattern up back in the day. So we had something special about us because we was ready first, you know what I mean, in our little whatever, and that's what we had over the likes of the Marcuses and the that whatever, whatnot. They was on borers still, and we were still madly on borers, but like that extra bit in it is what separated us. Well, it just made it a bit more fair because they was older anyway. So they were leaning naturally. They were supposed to lean because there's people, and sometimes I think, what if I didn't stop everyone and I just joined the villains? Because I joined the wussios. You understand when you look back at it now? Yeah, you know, if I joined trust me, because remember, these times we got up to hearing Suge Knight holding Vanilla Ice upside down, so we knew the bad man thing could work. You were hearing Westwood's holding one of his foot to make rhythms run and so secretly, man's agreeing with all of that. Yeah, make the things run, otherwise how else is it going to run? They're going to just keep doing gatekeeping, innit? So when I look at it, that's what they were trying to do, innit? I doubt he was, like, but you could say, he just regulating the wussios, innit? But you know what I mean? But so now, all the wussios have came complaining to me. Yeah, like because I had that a good nature, they know how to word it, innit? They've not said they've been antagonized or do it. We just want to do music. This guy's trying it. It's a Chronik. It's on you. You're from the end. You're a wussio if you let this go on. Not just one person, couple who've used like all wussios. Like even because now everyone's on their own too. No one, it's mad. So anyway, so obviously it started off lightly. Stop trying it with But if you've been leaning for a hot minute, you're not just going like, I'm conditioned to leaning, innit? So you had to get told a bit more abruptly, innit? Like, just when I don't like relax, innit? That kind of thing. So that's where it started to then back to Deja now. So Deja Vu was like the leading radio station in our ends. And they had strong connectors. So there was two people went halves on it, innit? Or were joint owners. Yeah, so that was Sting and D Power. And now his connect was D Power, and our connect was Sting. Sting was Pitt's cousin, or was related to Pitt. So we would find out certain things, innit? So for instance, now if there was like spare slots on radio and that, we'd get the call and so certain people didn't know, how come Stu Dem's on So then when people like him are complaining about us, it's getting back to us, innit? So man are looking at that as snitching, innit? What you fucking telling man about whatever, whatnot. So what's happened is, I think, Maniac, me, but people used to set me up. Like they still do it now, that my reaction sometimes be a bit wild. So if someone tells you something and records your initial reaction, you know, like if you're angry, what you'll do in that first week is mental compared to what you'll do in 4 weeks down the line. You've cooled down a bit now, innit? So anyway, it's led to, I think Jammer or something has one day said to me, on a day when that was on my mind, he'd probably complained to the owners of the radio station. Someone said something to me and I just happened to be in the studio. So, Jammer said, vent, innit? Like, or say whatever you're gonna say. So I did the first original industry exposure, me. Don't let them, no one tell you no different. Cleared everybody out. Marcus, Demon, Napa, Ghetto, everyone that was that way held bind. And like proper binds, like, not, you know what I mean? So, boom, that's happened. But remember, these times here now, Sludem had our own sound. We was playing our sets, our own tunes from beginning to the end, or with other people and that. So we're actually controlling it. People are hearing it, innit? So anyway, so that was just like a little musical rivalry type of thing, because none of the MCs could say anything. Everyone would just get boxed up. It was just, but he he was the front man of that crew anyway. But in order for us to be who we was and take a stance, we had to see them, innit? Like enemies. But luckily, no one died or whatnot. So that was musically. But outside of the music, it just so happened that we ended up with the same baby mum. Yeah, like whatever, whatnot. And there's stories around it or whatever, whatnot. But through all of this time, for that was like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. But that was like my private relations, innit? So as much as so I've clipped him down on a tune, then he's came back on a tune, and he's clipped her down. And obviously now that a lot of like, I don't even want to say anything like crazy disrespectful or whatever, whatnot, because it's still my people, innit? Like whatever, whatnot. So well, anyway, so that he said some disrespectful stuff or whatever, and not about me, about her or whatever, whatnot, and hurt people. He was saying whatever it was, no ounce of truth in it, whatever. No, but entertainment-wise, but I was more on keeping it on the curbs because he seemed to be that type of way. So we had a few back and forth were always, like I said, we're just on madness, innit, now, like whatever, whatnot. So we I can't not even chase each other's mad. But things happened, innit, like a couple of times, heated exchanges, whatever, whatnot, ducking man here, there, and whatever, whatnot. So anyway, we got past that, nobody died. I think he went jail, I went jail, whatever, whatnot. Years passed, we just stayed out of each other's way. We did come into contact a couple times, Iron Appa, this one, that one, but bare people act like it was like some crazy rivalry. Musically, two fans, yeah, it would have been. From Newham, two big crews that has known each other or whatever, whatnot. But between I was still safe with bare of the members of Nasty Crew were from my ends, the double footsie. So nothing changed between me and anyone even in Plasto. Maybe chatted shit to a couple youngers or whatever, no, but I was still as wicked as I was. So the bare people couldn't do anything about it anyway. But all the people that was faces or like the 30s, the ends, the this, the that one, so nothing had changed between us. It was just more like, oh, come on, you man, and then so yeah, so it was just a kind of thing. We was from two different areas, but we always ended up in the same place somehow. So it was just awkward.
I mean, how has it worked sort of years later, saying that you guys got the same baby mother, you said?
Yeah.
So your kids, or do they get along? Or they like, because that's their mum in the day? Do you think that everyone's cordial now?
No. This is what I'm trying to say. In everyone's mind, like he took something from me. Are you mental? But once I'm about, no one's about, innit? It's Kalasgang, I'm here now. Like, that's what it was like, you know what I mean? Because once again, same thing, the particular person was from my ends, innit? Yeah. So what you even doing breeding girl in my ends is mad, innit? Like, so then when it's gone left, of course I'm gonna, whatever. It's just led to that way. Like I said, it was what it was, but like, I've always kept it respectful because of that's my peeps, innit? Yeah. So like, but as in him, somebody can't step around here. Are you mad? There can't be two of us. So that doesn't make sense. And as most men, if a man's stepping into something and he's governing, he should be governing, and there should be nothing that they need unless it's some next madness. But that was, whatever, innit? So we did have that connection. Yeah, but
what about have you ever any situation where you end up being sort of the victim, end up being stabbed or shot yourself?
I'm a victim of bare things, but not to not to gunshot.
What's been that kind of the craziest incidents where you had to kind of fear for your life or thinking, oh, this might be it?
There's times when I should have been fearing for my life, but that just wasn't the reaction that situation or any of those situations gave me. That doesn't mean man's fearless. It's just that what fear would make me do is go mad. But if you freeze or you fight back, innit? So type of thing. So Yeah, I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, like, you know what I mean? And I've had to do dangerous things to not make dangerous things happen to me.
Yeah.
Like, type of thing. So I'm, like, in those type of situations, I'm the guy that gets snitched on. I'm not the guy doing the snitching. Even if something does happen to me, things have happened to me, like, you know what I mean? But like, I'm just trying to see you or forget it.
And in regards to just going back to the music industry, seeing where it's kind of the heights it's reached now, do you have any kind of regrets in regards to your own career and sort of what you could have gone on to do? Because if you look at, like I said, we mentioned kind of people like from Nasty Crew, you look at D-Double, you look at Gets, who kind of continued through the whole transition. Because a lot of the old grime MCs and grime groups kind of just all faded away and only a few kept going. Did you stop making music at the time, or was it just a thing that where, I don't know, what happened?
No, apart from life's natural setbacks, i.e. prison, there's one, I was older than, no, in fact, there's a nice mixture of the names that you said, Double's my age and whatever, whatnot. But people go through different things at different times, innit? Like Gets, he went through to jail kind of early in his career. He was slightly around the man them at one stage, the rages and all that, dance with Mafia and that. But people, I unfortunately went to jail a couple times back to back.
Okay.
That and type of stuff, but that doesn't mean anything, innit? Because look, we just done Mind Games the other day. Kemsey just came out of jail onto the, and in today's times, that kind of adds fuel to your fire, innit? But in my time, it was a setback. We didn't have visualized phones, recording facilities in jail. So if you was gone, you was gone. yeah, he was gone. Like he wasn't still slyly about. There's recordings on you or whatever, whatnot. So and then none of those things are a regret, because you would have wanted things to be different. But that's because you think you know how things would have gone. But I'm not that type of person. I know that like wherever you are, you're supposed to be. So whatever Allah was keeping you away from, it was better for you to be here, because I learned a lot of lessons, like life lessons because I'm a thinker. I think about stuff. So I wouldn't call them regrets. I only regret time that I wasted with people. Yeah. If I would have spent some of that time on myself. But how do you know that? So, like I said, it's just a thought, innit? Like I thought, of course you're gonna think, right, if I did things different, I would have had a different outcome. Because we're not happy with the outcome that where we're at, innit? Yeah. For you to be having them thoughts and that. But there's so many things I wish that were different in the world, let alone my life. Like, but at the end of the day, everything equals to who you are today. And I personally wouldn't swap my soul for anybody else's soul. I'd swap my finances. I'd swap a lot of things, but I wouldn't swap who I am for who anybody else is. I don't see anybody else and be like, there's no shining from your face, that's mental. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I know, and the race isn't finished.
No, 100%.
Yeah, the race isn't finished.
And on saying that, you've kind of transitioned now in terms of being a personality online through Twitter. And I think, I asked my missus today as well, she went, yeah, because I got my bedroom Nana from Peckham, where I grew up. And I remember seeing a video of him, I think you and him were having a back and forth on Twitter or something like that. And he's pulled up in Walthamstow looking for you. I'm like, calling.
Who's your bedroom?
Nana. Oh, you probably won't even know him. What's his name on fucking Twitter?
Fletcher.
Yeah. I said to myself, like, what are you doing? I said, Nana, go home. What's this about? I didn't even look. I'm not on Spaces like that. I'm never on Spaces. Because my missus always on Spaces, and she's like, you might want to call Nana. I'm like, well, what's happened? He said he's on, what do you call it, looking for someone. I'm like, look.
He wasn't looking for me. Yeah, he was pretending.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, it was definitely pretending, because I gave him my postcode.
Yeah. But even that, I was
but see, that's a narrative,
silly.
yeah?
It's silly.
No, but you see what it is, yeah? A lot of people pretend, innit? I'm the wrong one. So that in that particular incident, I gave him my postcode.
Yeah.
That's it. So how he ended up in Walthamstow, he went.
But what was that all about in the first place?
No, but see, when you gave me the postcode today, I didn't end up somewhere mad. Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, don't even let my head chip, and I'll say my postcode now so you know that he shouldn't have been in Walthamstow. Because my postcode, like we started this show, where is it? Thatched house. That's Leytonstone, isn't it? So, but it made himself feel better. He told his friends that he tried to pull up, but he didn't tell them. I gave him a postcode.
What was the argument about? I don't know
So what it was, because we don't hide and talk, because obviously he's talking about lying, innit? So, boom. There was a girl on Twitter that used to pride herself in egging up. She used to call herself Mix Up and all them just, that was her thing, innit? So she mixed herself with me. So I had to cuss her and tell her about herself. She gave as good as she could get. She knew what she signed up for. We were doing our thing. But he is the friend of her baby father, allegedly. So he tried to come on Twitter and talk up for her, innit? But now when that girl was talking, it's different to when the male was talking, innit? We could get into it straight away. So I don't know where he thought it was gonna go, but it went there straight away. Forget this, here's my postcode, back me now. They'll go like da-da-da-da. So he's done that one, innit? Gone somewhere else, acting dumb like I'm not. I'm here where I told you to go, the madness, innit? So we haven't ended up linking, alhamdulillah, good for him, because
But does it get to a point that at a certain age, when my missus told me, I called him and said, go home, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, cool. But it's like...
And I've given my number online, I've given all, this I get trolled so much.
No, the point I'm saying that even for you and for him kind of thing, is there come a point that where we say, we're bigger than this? Because if now...
Bigger than what though?
Then having sort of back and forth online, and then potentially going to meet, and then, because it's our egos. It's our egos, because then if now
why do you think
guys
it's egos?
If you guys now butt each other and then something happens, then
Something would have happened to him.
Okay, either way, I don't know. I can't say.
You don't come to the end of an army. You're gonna need an army when you come to the end.
I hear your point, but like I said, me knowing him, I know that how he feels as well. So he might think, no, nothing would happen to me as well.
Yeah.
But the point I'm saying though is that
something's happened to everyone that's ever came to the end.
No. I know. The point I'm saying, the point I'm saying is that, does it come a point that where someone says something to you online, you think, oh, cool, I can't bother with this, or do you always feel that you guys will have to attack each other?
At what point? So what you're basically saying is there's an age that you get to where disrespect's not disrespect anymore, or you should react to disrespect in a certain way. So,
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. In terms of the reaction of it, because then if something, then like for example, you said something would have happened to him. Say something would have happened to him now, then you're gonna face time in jail, and then you look at this is
not all the
time,
Twitter. But yeah, and it wouldn't have been because of Twitter. It would have been because of what he said or done.
Yeah.
Because at no stage of life is like, for instance, now, like, I don't look at people as in like, I will move a certain way if you say something, but I will move a different way if you say something. Because a little man can be lucky. A little man can now not be a little man because you've got these balls today, innit? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So my whole thing is, if you want it, you can get it. And no one's above that or below that, because the minute you start thinking to yourself, you know who's a threat and who's not a threat, is the minute you can overestimate or underestimate someone. See, my whole thing is, I don't know none of these people. They know who I am. You understand? So if they're preing me, you've preed everything and you think it's that. So there's something you're mistaken about. Now, when you're saying that, is that serious enough to take life or to have your life taken or to go to? Of course it is, because it's another man. He knows what he's saying, he knows what he's doing. So men will, but is road rage a thing to be dying over? A parking space is like a thing to be dying over? Nothing's ever worth dying over, is it? It happens though. And the reason it happens is because people need to learn how to talk. And sometimes, just sometimes, yeah, I'm a person, yeah, I believe that I don't meet no one for no reason. And everyone's a lesson to someone. You're either going to be a lesson to them or they're going to be a lesson to you, but we all need to learn. Yeah. So what you're not going to do is think that because you're from here or because you're from there, that you can't die. Like, that's one of the first things we learnt, bro. Like, so you can die, I don't care about what you're thinking. You might think to yourself, you've planned this whole thing, you're thinking everybody. How can you be planning what I'm gonna do? I could just do that madness. But you're praying, I'm like the last guy, I'm just there and you're just doing bare things. It might own it, you went mad. You went mad. But it can happen. Like I said, someone, like, you could, what does that mean? You don't get super electrons from your ends. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm just willing to go that way, especially because I believe I'm in the right. Like, I only ever defend my own honor on my own head back. Look, see, if I'm like, right now, you're doing a thing on right now, you're doing your business. If someone tries to interrupt or violate or anything like that, and you start going mad, who am I to tell you about how mad you're going? Only you know how long, what do you mean? I'm never somewhere I'm not supposed to be. Like, if I'm on RTMs, I'm getting paid to be here. I'm here for this. If you come onto RTMs and you're trying it with me. You understand? Like, if I'm on Twitter or I'm somewhere and you come into it, you're trying it with me. So what are you trying exactly? You're trying to belittle me, you're trying to spread some fitna, whatever you're trying to do. So I'm not even now looking at you as a person, I'm now looking at you as an energy or a spirit. Because I've seen you before, it's the same spirit in a different body now. So I'm like, okay, and every single time I battle that spirit, one of us is going to get better. We're going to have this dance, like, you know what I mean? That's just how it goes, isn't it? Because obviously now, I'm doing things now. I'm from a place where, back in the day, whatever day that we came up in, to disrespect someone, you had to actually disrespect them. Now someone can disrespect you from far. They can make memes. They can do all of these funny things. But does that change the level of disrespect that is, or the level that you feel, or whatever, not? You're even feeling. So when you see these people, and we're all, let's have it right, none of us are sane. I'm the furthest from sane certain days, with balance, innit? So, like, I could be having a bad day where my tolerance is really low. Don't ever get it twisted. There's times when you do stumble, like, what am I doing? Like, or this is the edict, like, you've been sucked in, or like, you know what I mean? I see you having stuff with one of them guys, Remain Relevant, so, I don't know, donut, total donut, like, you know what I mean? But you see that sometimes you get drawn out, and when it gets peak is when they start talking about your family, they start doing all these things. Now people are telling me how I should defend my family, and they don't know my family. You might not have not rated your mum. Your mum might not have rated you. You might, your daughter, like, you can't go up to, a badger will go blind if you go near its den where its utes are. Somehow this badger that is never on any crud is standing on it, it's going mad. It's even chasing you, like, come out of this bit here now. You didn't know the utes that was around there. What, he loves his utes more than some other thing might just fly away and leave you to dappy all the utes in it. Like, so my thing is, like, bare people have had kids or got a family by accident or whatever. It wasn't, mine were a choice. I chose to have them. I chose to, everything. So this is my settings, innit? So when they can't bind back. So if you start chatting bare shit, but who's supposed to defend your kids? Your household, your family, your ancestors. I'm on it all the way up to the ancestors. You see the thing with the girl, you're trying to talk about my people's hair. Are you all right? I'm not an idiot. I know what colorism is. I know what texturism is. I know, so I get on to people, innit? So but my whole thing, like I said, is I don't meet no one for no reason. When I meet someone and it goes that way, all that goes into my head is, you've probably done this to 1,000 people before, in higher positions, less positions, just trying to make people feel like shit, whatever. No, I'm the full stop for that. So what we're not gonna do is self-projection that I'm feeling how you was feeling. No, I'm confident in myself. I rate my spiritual ranking. I rate my bloodline. I rate so many things that your perception of what you think is not gonna make me. You might be like, but you might see me one day. I know if I want you to think madness, I can make you think madness. If we're doing it, with both people are suffered to imagery. I could have done madness today. And if I want you to, like, we start learning, especially when you MC or you talk to people skills, how to make people view you in this way or not, so you think. Like I said, and if you actually have a character or any depth to your character, it just depends what side of it you show. Like, you know what I mean? So my whole thing is just like, when people are talking about you online and doing all that, most people now know me from online rather than the music or whatever. And they wasn't in the Twitter room, they will see clipping that's put on YouTube. Now, when you do content, you know about clickbait, but you know that that's now controlling narratives, isn't it? So, but he says no weapon formed against you shall prosper. It doesn't say that they shan't be formed though. So when people are seeing these weapons being formed, and you're praying it, not knowing that's God's plan. I'm not questioning the process. All of that is gonna get you to where you're supposed to. You just can't understand why or how, because it's not true. It's someone trying to play. So in the end, good must win.
I hear it.
You know what I mean? So don't go
Bring
on.
us down to RTM. How did that come about? When did you get the bird call?
Well,
is it something you wanted to accept straight away? You thought, yeah, that's a...
No, do you know what, yeah? For, obviously, man was doing Twitter for a bit. Obviously, man knew Spray from back a day. Then there was a break in life. Like, Joe, this one was just, I can just see you online or whatever, whatnot. Still doing the thing. We see him in the bits, yeah, well, go on. But it was far and few between. He'd gone North London them time there. So, but these times here now, I'm doing Twitter. Murdering people on Twitter, murdering people, not just like, I'm murdering them with education, I'm murdering them with articulation, I'm murdering them with characterization, I'm murdering them with bare slogan, I'm just murdering them, innit? Like, you know, when you're light, it's just irritating demons left, right, bottom. Also, like, through them, we wasn't people that were accessible. So like just even just talking to people, they've just gone with the room, they're only hearing the action you've done, not ever the intention or the whatever, whatnot. And so bare people thought they knew me until I started speaking and and then this is what attracted haters to me, innit? Because when you're a talker, people will gather to you if you're a positive talker. Like, no matter, you could call someone a CUNT and get glassed or make them laugh. That's the same. It's the same word, isn't it? So when people are saying that, so people like Spray, people like, there was so many people that saw through all the arguing, saw through all the stuff and said, you know what? You could actually do that. And so people were saying it all the time. You need to do your own podcast. You need to do your own podcast. You got the best one-liners. You got they're educating me in it. Like, what's the word? Media training me. All the words. Remember some of my views that were harsh, or the way you're saying it. They what you're saying is the right thing, but see the way you're saying it's mental. Yeah. And then some people love that about it. No, it's the way you're perceiving it. So I had mixed reviews, and then that was. Like, and just by talking to Sprays and that, said that they're clocking. It weren't for my songs, because they're seeing on Twitter a side of me that he would never have saw. You just wouldn't have been that close to see it. My people that's around me, they know, he always busts his joke. Now, when he starts cussing, it's mental. He's one-liners are crazy. My people knew, but then somehow that was starting to get recognized by people now. I said, that's what I was saying. Even via some idiots attacking me, because it was always an attack. So, like, for instance, the girl that was saying about the Cream, her sister, when she was going mad, there's people that was rating me for staying calm. Because to them, they can't believe. But that was just a certain way to slay a certain dragon, isn't it? Just not, there's different ways to get, but they didn't know I had that bit in me. Like, you know what I mean? So, and I don't know what I displayed that day, but I'm just going off of people's reactions or whatever. Like, so there was, everything is part of your process. You know what I mean? So without you even knowing it. So by imagine, you're just attacking me. Don't know, I've never met you a day in my life. You ain't even said hello. I remember I came to the show late. You're attacking me, not knowing that attackment's an upliftment. Like, you know what I mean? I could tell you about different upliftments that just happen via people being, their perspective changing. And there's people that say, right, until that day, I didn't used to like you, but I like the way you do, because they know you could have gone mad. You're definitely cussable, innit? And then, but you didn't. Like,
I remember that line.
No, it's mad. And then there's people like, so for instance, in the Shower Malik argument, there's people that are like, I'm glad you spoke up, because they think, he's man, so then, you know what I mean? So like, it's just knowing what to say and just knowing and being confident that even in the face of death, I know what I'm standing for, I know where I'm standing for. Like, we're good.
And Spray just said, yo, come on the
Yeah,
platform.
so Spray's reached out to man for an interview first.
Okay.
And to go on an interview, but it's not like he forgot. People evolve, grow, whatever, whatnot. So then when the wife were growing, but when we bucked up, it was like, we had an old school little chin wag, wife had a chin wag as well, but that, you know what I mean? Like, but we've chopped it up. And then he reached out to me and said, yeah, man, I need to pull up, like, you know what I mean? So then man's pulling up. Then it's got more, and then I think, what happened was Cream wasn't there for a little while. She was pregnant, she wasn't there for a little while. So then in that time when she wasn't there, I think I went viral about 3 or 4 times for certain things. Like, I went viral, like, was having good shows, anyway. Well, it was madness, like the Shower Mallet thing, like, it was madness, but it worked.
Yeah.
It worked out. Remember, I'm a strong character at times, innit? So I've been introduced to a calm settings. So for a little while, like, people didn't get it until maybe a couple shows when I wasn't there. Then they warmed to me, innit? They warmed to me. Obviously, Spray's pre in the analytics. And I remember where he's actually my brother. He's letting man know certain things. So yeah, but now I'm part of the RTM family, innit?
And then obviously Cream was part of the RTM family. She's left now. Do you ever feel kind of responsible for the breakup?
No, you can't dim your light to make someone else look bright, you know. So I think what it is that there was a time when the dynamic was just her and Spray.
Yeah.
So whatever opportunities there were on the show, they were just her. She didn't have to fight for the opportunities. I'm not saying that she has to fight for, but you kind of do. When you're
So you're saying that more so that from her stance is that it's more feeling like, raw, I was here first. You know,
people often get entitled,
Yeah.
and then I wouldn't say it's just entitlement. It's just competition now. There's like, people are smart here as well. There's a difference in opinion. There's strong characters here now. So maybe I remember, this is just my opinion. I haven't spoke to her. I don't know what it is in exact, but. Sometimes, like I said, you just want to control the narrative, and maybe you always wanted to do, like, people always telling me to do my own show. I've got bare things to go, but it's just the character that they displayed on that day was a bit shaky, innit? Because whatever strength you tried to show, you're supposed to show it to Spray, because that's who was you. Yeah. So when women do it, they're not known for strength, so we can't be looking for strength, innit? It's as if a woman's made from a rib which is bent. If you try to straighten them, they'll break. So I got nothing to really say about their behavior or attitude. Like, yeah, they stole the weed, mind games, whatever, like, you know what I mean? But they're always gonna steal the weed, innit? Like, you know what I mean? But me personally, I have nothing bad to say about it. Even the mad one that was going mad. In my mind, obviously you're trying to back your sister. She's not under attack by me, but in some way you think you're doing, and I'm on riding that for my family, wrong and strong, we're going mad or whatever, whatnot. But so I don't, go on, go do your thing, innit? But remember, you're doing your thing on camera, innit? So whatever is right about it or is wrong about it, people are gonna see, they're gonna do their thing. And bringing it back to that day, what the misunderstanding between me and Cream was, what I was trying to say to her is, mine and your characters, 2 different characters. What's expected from you isn't what's expected from me. Because they look at you as Auntie Cream, like you're governing him. Like with government as well, acknowledgement and whatever, whatnot. So me, I'm surprising them with that intellect. They think I'm a fool. So if I go mad at Shower Mallet, they expect nothing more than me. They even expected less. So you're Cream to me. Something I was trying to, maybe my words, there was no words that were ever going to be right because they had their own mindset for what was going on, innit? But that was just my angle to that day. I was never trying to belittle her or anything. I've never ever have. What would be the point in that? But I was just trying to make her know that, like, bro, you know, like, you've got, and you disappointed people that respected that bit. You could build it back up. It's not nothing major. Bad people have bad arguments, but that was just my opinion on that one there, innit? The math thing she don't want to have a back and forward with me, like, you know what I mean, on those grounds. But I don't want to have a back and forward with anyone, on, especially again on those grounds where I have to cuss out your below and whatever. That's not the got life plans for 2025, you know?
I mean, let's talk about 2025, what we're kind of looking at. Is it more RTNs? Are you looking to do more productions? Music as well, because you guys dropped that song recently as well.
What, Mind Games? Yeah, Mind Games was a big track because of the link up, innit? Like, because of unfortunately, Kemsey went jail. That would have been there a lot quicker or closer to the viral moment that me and Malik had or whatever, whatnot. But in the terms of content creation, that was, we had everyone screaming Mind Games or following on to the slogan. So it was a good conclusion to the year, as in, like, anyone who knows Spray, he ain't been rapping for time, so to get Spray rapping back again, that's great. For people like myself, I don't just look at you as a brethren, like, whatever, not. I still look at you as Young Spray, the rap legend. Like, you know what I mean? So to be on a track with Spray and holding it up, whatever, whatnot, I'm rating that. Like, you know what I mean? And there's a new generation of rapper on there as well, Kemsey. So that, just the link up as well in my legacy, because as to everyone, I'm just Chronik, the grime guy, shouting, doing a couple choruses here and there. You're not thinking man could step heavy with the heavy hitters, you get me? So that was great, so more of that. But talk long, remember, I'm wanting it more than anyone. Like, yeah, come on, Spray, drop this thing. Yeah, come on. Like, he's telling me about putting out Mike GOC first. Come on, Mike, 30, bro. He's already 30. Born me, wife born me, but like, to the
That's a big Y still.
Yeah, big Y. You know what I mean? But I'm saying to the eyes of these new people there in the hip hop world, you know, hip hop wise, and it opens more doors for other. You mean one good deed leads to another good deed, innit? So, yeah, man, that was big. I do my own events with YD. I host battle rap events. We've got a company called Members Only. They we've been flying in America, doing Americans versus UK, couple UK versus UK. So I've been hosting that. The highlight of that was like pay-per-view shows. We like Charlie Clips was supporting the thing, co-hosted with him. A couple of the artists that man met on there, man's working with and stuff. So there's be some. I just got the call from DZ a couple of days ago for the 2025 plans. He was going through some shit with his family and sort of stuff, so it just sort of slowed down towards the end of the year. But we was going strong. Why for that? Like for the whole year with these events. So more of those events are gonna be going on. I started holding my own events, Haunted, No Mistletoe, and I sampled doing the events thing. So I'm just learning, you know, because when you just go into something, then you start seeing a couple of the things you weren't prepared for and think, all right, cool, 1 second before I go too far, all right, let me just pattern up on certain things. So like just buying certain domains and websites and let's do things different this time, own the damn thing. So just a few more of my ideas, getting out them, big up this guy, Chew Crud, a guy that I met in Leeds. So hopefully there should be some, he said it was, we made a little link, hopefully we do some merch, get some merch done, big up movie. 2025, I'm in a film, can't really say the name of the film at the moment. So inshallah that pulls through, that'll be a big step for man. Don't really want to say too much of the 225 plans yet because like the evil eye is strong, you get me? So, I've got a son who raps, Tex. So looking forward to like being a part of his initial rollout, getting him on the racks because I think he's got a video dropping. He's got some interest in that, so we've got to make sure that he gets to where he's supposed to get to. Apart from that, it's like just trying to live well because for the, like, you know, when you've had your head down and that, like, and wife having your head down, but man ain't really been too onto man's physical health and stuff. Like, because I feel like, when you have kids, enough of them, you have to sacrifice a little bit in it to get them to where they need to be. So now that they're starting to blossom, they get into them ages now where like they're not kids anymore, they're like young adults, and that man can use a bit of time on manself. Like, before you can't even go on holiday without bringing all the kids. It's mad. To them, they're them ages, they've been on a couple, and like, man can skudai and like, you know what I mean? You can see a couple pictures of one guy, I'm mad, you get me? But yeah, man, so just more upliftment, keep annoying them, but annoy them with success and works. Yeah, so I've got a few things up my sleeve still.
No, man, we're here for it, man. So that there, guys, was another Big Ego Media interview, the last of the year. That was Chronik. See you soon.
Before we go, I want to big up yourself though, because for me, this is all new to me, and it like being used the podcast world. It's the same as the difference between the grime world and the rap world. It's all new people, new blessings. Like I said, you're a person that I saw on screen before I met, and like I appreciate the recognition, because you reached out to me a little while ago still, and it kind of faded off. The connection kind of faded off. So when I saw you reach back out, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make sure that man forward. And
I appreciate it, man.
I also, like I said, only today man heard that, like, boom, you interviewed Spray, and I was like, okay, so we got the Jenners there, I'm supposed to be around there and that. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you got the proper appreciation. And like I said, I see you're trying a thing, innit? And I see that certain a draw outs. I see the draw outs. We see all the, and I was like, all right, let's see where this one goes. Well, go on, like I'm hearing like, names are getting called for misfits and that. Let me see. So for a little while, I was like, well, go on, like, you get me, so. Yeah, but man's here, so it's a blessing to be here, innit? So big up everyone, and I hope everyone has a good year, 2025. And it's a very uplifting year. Big up, big up. And we're not even small enough, we forget smaller. They're gonna small up themselves. Just by trying to diss the already bigged up. You know what I mean? So big blessing to you and yours. Big up my whole family, big up the RTM family, and big up everyone on the right path, you get me?
Right, appreciate it. That was a good interview, man. Enjoy that, man.
Yeah. Do you know what, You see, because